by DANICA KIRKA, SYLVIA and JAMEY KEATENLONDON. A long-awaited report on Russian influence in British politics criticized the British government for neglecting to investigate whether Russia interfered in the 2016 Brexit referendum, describing its utter lack of curiosity about the threats to democracy as being a major failure at the heart of power. The parliamentary report's authors accused the British government of actively avoiding looking into evidence of the Russian threat to the EU referendum. The authors found this particularly unforgivable given the evidence that emerged of Russian interference in the US elections and in the Scottish independence referendum in 2014. There has been no assessment of Russian interference in the EU referendum, and this goes back to nobody wanting to touch the issue with a 10-foot pole, committee member Stewart Hosie said, demanding that such a study be done and the public informed. While the report from the Parliament's Intelligence and Security Committee said it would be difficult, if not impossible, to prove allegations that Russia sought to influence the referendum, it was clear that the government was slow to recognize the existence of the threat. Committee members concluded that the goal of a resurgent Russia in influencing the vote would be to amplify existing divisions, and thus possibly destabilize Western political systems. In a 20-page response, officials denied the government had badly underestimated the Russian threat and rejected the call for an assessment of alleged Russian meddling during the Brexit referendum. "We have seen no evidence of successful interference in the EU referendum," the statement said. The report says Russia sees Britain as one of its top intelligence targets in the West. It said Russian influence in the UK is the new normal, and successive governments have welcomed Russian oligarchs with open arms. Russians with very close links to President Vladimir Putin were well integrated into the EU business, political and social scene, in Londongrad, in particular, it said. Speaking before the report was released, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Tuesday that Russia never interfered in electoral processes, not in the United States, not in Britain, not in any other country. "We don't do that ourselves, and we don't tolerate when other countries try to interfere with our political affairs," Peskov said. The report's authors said they were subjected to an unprecedented delay in making the document public, with officials holding off its release for more than 6 months. Critics have claimed that was meant to shield Prime Minister Boris Johnson and his Conservative Party from embarrassment. The committee did not offer a theory as to why the government delayed the report, but did say the government's explanations for delaying the report were not true. The report was originally submitted to Johnson on October 17.